Yeah, man, there's so much. I can send all of my emails. I've been, doing all of my scheduling, replying to everyone, reading books. I listen to audiobooks, just all sorts of stuff. And it doesn't really take much effort either.
Elon must be moving to see that.
Yes, I think we can help a lot of people with brain injuries. I mean, ultimately, with an implantable device, you can, I think, address almost any brain or spine injury. So the first product that we have there is called Telepathy. So it enables you to use your phone or computer just by thinking. So you could do that, move the cursor literally with his eyes closed. It's reading signals from the motor cortex in the brain. The next product is Blindsight, which will enable people who have lost both eyes or have no eyesight whatsoever to see. And this is directly interfacing with the optical processing areas of the brain. So, I think this is interesting progress. Ultimately, the goal of Neuralink is to have a high bandwidth interface in order to mitigate the risk of digital superintelligence. I don't know. I'm not saying it will work to mitigate the risk. It is just, it might help. And this is somewhat esoteric, but the limiting factor, I think, for AI alignment long term is probably going to be the bandwidth. How quickly can we communicate with our digital tertiary self? So we already have a digital sort of third layer above the limbic system and the cortex, which is our phones and our computers and all of our electronic devices. But the rate of communication to them is very slow. The sustained bits per second output of a human is well below 10 bits per second. So if you think, especially if you say over a 24-hour period, it's below 5 bits per second. So it's very slow when computers can communicate at trillions of bits per second. So I think this will be important for AI alignment, is to be able to increase the bandwidth of communication by many orders of magnitude. And along the way, it will solve brain and spine injuries. And I think ultimately there's potential there to reanimate the body. So you take the signals from the motor cortex from one Neuralink and then send them to another Neuralink that is just past where the severed spinal cord is, and you essentially shunt the signals from the motor cortex and both the sensory signals, and so you need to get to the somatosensory cortex, motor cortex, and you can shunt the signals, and you should be able to enable someone to walk the game. So I think that will be quite profound, and I'm confident that it is physically possible to do so.
So that was just the first part of Elon's speech at Viva Tech. A lot of juicy information. This is the first time I've heard him reveal his plans for Neuralink in an orderly fashion like this, referring to different capabilities as products. I also found it interesting how he shows how fast humans think, using the metric of bits, ones and zeros, yeses and nos, making decisions. I never thought of it this way, but it makes a lot of sense. People like Ben Shapiro speak fast as hell, and each word is well over 64 bits. But that's in the computer world. It's the only way we know how to store it. For us, it is a yes or no decision to say a word or not. What do you guys think of Neuralink? I think it can create a scary future. I acknowledge the good it's doing, but say in 30 to 40 years, all it takes is one celebrity to start using it recreationally, and then there will be tons of people wanting to use it, just like they wanted to use an iPhone. The ethics of all of that is questionable. After this part of the speech, he reveals his beef with openAI and Google, so I will get that breakdown uploaded pretty soon. The video should be on screen. See you there.